Welcome back. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to our 54th weekly call. I'm your host, Jen McEwen. I've got, as always, Christopher and Jesse here, but they're not in separate cities this time. Now, these two guys are in the Big Apple together. So let's get them here. They're over at Salana.
Hey, Jen.
Hey.
Hello, everybody from New York. We're out on the floor at the Salana Accelerate conference. It's crypto is back in America week. America.
Let's go.
America. I'm glad you did get that sound effect working.
I
was so hoping you wouldn't get that loaded.
I wanted to get that.
I saw you working on it over here. Hey, everybody, Sasho, to your question. It's cold as heck out there. It's raining in New York. I don't melt in the rain, neither do my cigars, but the cameras do. So after we found a spot outside, but after a couple minutes of debate, we decided to do it inside from the show floor today. Yep. But if anybody's interested, I'll post a picture of me smoking a cigar to our X feed later today in the rain. And there you go.
Look at Jen with her badass American glasses, too.
Well,
those are some cool.
Wait for this.
Oh. It's like this guy right here.
That's nice. That's on his shirt.
There we go. Here, I'll keep him on. I'll keep the eagle here. You know,
I like
guys,
it.
we're American. We can't help it. We like to
love it. It's America Week. It's Crypto in America Week.
Yeah. And also it's also a Bitcoin day. So this day, 15 years ago, someone sold 10,000 Bitcoins for pizza, which is now worth over $1 billion. So the entire industry every year celebrates this guy's epic failure.
I don't know if it's an epic. Is it an epic failure or is it just a lack of imagination?
Yeah, but that's it. What better way to celebrate Bitcoin Pizza Day than in New York pizza with the New York pizza?
Oh, yep. Yes. Have you had it yet, or are you guys gonna go get that soon?
We already had a slice last night. Yep. We started celebrating early.
Yeah.
Good. And you got to go to Keen's. Get you a steak.
I don't think that's going to happen.
We'll try our best.
No? It's hard to get in it.
If you guys can kind of sense the energy and vibe in here, it's a packed house.
It's full. It's busy.
A lot of events. So we're going to try to sneak in a steakhouse, but for the most part, all the alphas at the side events. So we're going to mingle and network as much as we can, make the most of our trip together. As you guys know, Chris and I never really travel together. A lot of times with Jen or sometimes Tim, but or Ridvan and the Turkish crew. But yeah, this time Chris here.
Yeah, we were talking about going to dinner last night, and we didn't. We started talking to one person at a thing, and then they went somewhere else with us. We were talking to somebody else, and the next thing we knew, it was 11 o'clock at night, and we were calling it a night. So anyway, let's dive into it. We've got some fun and exciting news to announce, and it's cool. We're sitting right outside the Solana mobile booth right now, so we were taking a look at the Seeker phone, which is super cool.
It's right here.
It's right here.
Yep.
So I expect, not from us, but if you guys are paying attention online, you'll be seeing some more news about that in the next day or two as well.
Okay. Yep. All right. Well, let's get into it, guys. We'll be hearing a lot from you guys, I think, from this. Okay. All right. So, keep it on. Okay, Roz. So Roz has spoken. I will keep the glasses and the eagle here. All right. So we got Accelerate. We're going to talk about that in a second. You guys go into that a bit more. And obviously, the next bit is obviously USA Week for our country week. And the Americans on this stream, the three of us are wearing our pride, our USA pride today, out right big and loud. Jesse, you were on we have a typo on here. You were not on with Mario Nawfal. So we talked about that last week because it was right before the live stream.
We keep messing up his name and making jokes, and he keeps inviting us back. I don't know what's going on with that.
Seriously, I'm really sorry, Mario. That was a typo. I have a friend named Maria. It's just like friends named Maria. It just goes faster. DePIN is leading, so we'll go over that. We have our DePIN Poster Contest, so I thought we might do a live view of that. We'll just go through the list. And some Prism updates. We also have an iOS update, which we'll say before Prism, and then we're out of here so these boys can mingle some more, rub some more elbows, bend some elbows as well, and get some pizza.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Perfect.
Right. Let me get a sip of water here. All right. Well, here we go. What the hell are you guys doing in New York? Tell us about it.
Well, we're here for Salana Accelerate, which is a super cool two-part conference. And I really love what they've done this year. The Solana Foundation has done an awesome job with this. Conferences are great. And Jesse has a limitless ability to walk up to strangers and say, hi, my name is Jesse. It's truly amazing. I like to get into deep technical discussions about cryptography and package management and whatever the hell we were talking about last night with that guy. But the challenge of this is you tend to have kind of non-overlapping communities there. And so what they did this time, which was super cool, is the first couple days were really a developer-only conference. You had to submit a GitHub repo as proof that you knew how to code to get in and stuff like that. And so that was great. And it was super tech-focused, and it was a little smaller. And then the second 2 days are much more broad business-focused. So there's a lot more business development and marketing and sales type people here.
And institutions.
A ton of big institutions.
New York City, so a lot of banking companies here.
A lot of banking companies, a lot of big traditional tech companies. And so it's really great because the first couple of days still kept that sort of old-fashioned, super tech-focused crypto feel. But of course, for the industry to grow, you do need the business people and the marketing and all that kind of stuff. And so this kind of gets the best of both worlds that way.
Yep, exactly. And Accelerate, it's a kind of a mindset. It's like a techno-democrat mindset. Like, let's just keep making the world a better place through technology. It's a philosophy on how, there's folks who are scared of technology and they have a de-accelerate kind of mindset. This is more about like pro-crypto, pro-accelerate. Let's move humanity forward. And so before Solana did a bunch of Accelerate events around the United States. We hosted one with TF Labs in Seattle a few weeks ago with Accelerate, and this is the culmination of that. So today is a big event, and like I said, it's packed house. So we met a lot of the early backers of UpRock here, which is awesome. Met some future potential partners. I've been traveling for the past 2 months, and so it's just really good to see some of the same business partners and potential partners from Crossroads in Turkey to Dubai to Bangalore with Solana support. And now here. So when you constantly are shaking hands with the same folks over and over again, it's a really good way to build it's just business development on a next level,
Yeah, well, and it's really interesting, obviously being in New York, which is one of the finance capitals of the world, how much things have shifted. You and I were last here together, and I want to say 2018, and at that time there was nobody or virtually nobody from any of the traditional finance companies or anything like that. And these days, you're seeing a lot more people who are wearing slick suits, even a lot more people who are wearing their pants pulled up real high and a little sweater.
A little too high.
A little too high and a little sweater. We had breakfast with somebody yesterday who was wearing a very nice sweater, but in a very kind of boring old Wall Street kind of way. So it's really, crypto has become a lot more mainstream, and it's something that's happening a lot more.
Yeah. So another thing I say before we move on next, there's a couple interesting stuff happening. If anyone saw the recent news called the Genius Act, just look it up. It's basically around stable coins. So there's more regulation acceptance of stable coins in the U.S. There's a booth right behind us called USDG. It's another version of a stable coin, kind of like USDC competitor. All that's going to help just onboard the next millions of people to crypto, which will just make everyone's working on this to make it more mainstream and mass adoption, essentially.
Yeah,
helps everyone who's been building very, very early, like UpRock. So yeah, pretty excited to be here. It's like good energy, good vibes.
That's great. So the developer, the shipper die was these last 2 days, and now we're going on to Scale or Die.
It's actually the other way around. For some reason, the developer one was called Scale or Die. I guess as in like scale the blockchain. And this is ship or die, as in like ship the product so people actually know about it.
And we're not dead yet,
And we're not dead yet.
I think we're killing it.
Well, we haven't gotten through tonight yet, but
right.
We'll see how that goes.
That's true. There is going to be some drinking involved. Just whatever you guys do, just make sure you push to master before you go out drinking. Push your code before you go out drinking. Maybe don't push to master.
My preferred way is to push to production after I go out drinking. Is that not what we're supposed to do?
Yeah, that's
live coding.
It's live coding there.
Live coding. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So there you have it.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, that's really exciting. So then, okay, so then the developer stuff was next, or is after, or the, well, I guess you're called builders now in blockchain. It's builders, not developers. So that's going on now. So yeah, it's like, what, okay, well, I'm thinking now, what are the after parties like? How are your after parties? I mean, sure, that's a great way
it's actually been, you know what, I hate to disappoint you, Jen, but it's been less crazy than crypto have passed. It's been a lot better for networking and for meeting potential new partners and discussing deals. But it's actually been, I mean, it's still good. Don't get me wrong. But it's definitely not some of the like wild and crazy crypto stuff of days past. This is New York. This is the city that never sleeps. But the corollary to that is it's the city that never stops working, which is awesome, as it should be. But, you know, discussing tech with, like I said, we were discussing tech with people at 11 o'clock last night. And, so,
that's true.
Well, that's what
Friday
I love
night there's going to be an official. Yeah. Go ahead, say it.
That's what I love about these crypto after parties, because it's really, everybody's got so much great energy. So even though it's a place where like technically we're, you know, like it's the after party, you go relax, have drinks or whatever, but it's like nobody can help but not talk about or try to like work more, because it's so exciting what everyone's working on and building. So the after parties are such a great way. These after events are such a great way to meet people. And some of our best connections have come from meeting people, right? At these, you know, over some drinks or over some JMO.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, we had our laptops out and we're showing Prism off to people at a party last night. So
exactly,
we're those people. This is why I don't get invited back to parties.
No, you know what's crazy? You know, isn't that the thing, right? Like in any other instance of reality, that would be like, oh, who's the dork that's like demoing product at the function? And now it's like, oh, who is that? Who's that Chad? Or what do they call him? Giga Chad.
What? Because I have a laptop.
What's your token address?
I mean, if that makes me a Giga Chad, then hoorah! But what's your token?
No, there
was this thing that somebody invited us to, and they like wanted a wallet address to finish signing up, and I was like, I ain't giving you my wallet address. I don't know you. I don't know what you want it for, but I ain't giving it to you.
All right. Okay, guys. Sorry, Chad. We just we are like we're
we got the vibes this week.
We got the vibes today. Yep. All right. Let's move on to the what do we got here next? We've got. Oh, okay. Well, for anyone who's just joining and wondering why the hell do we have a flag glasses, flag background, eagle. These two, I don't know if you can see in detail. They got their American stuff on. It is because this is our country week. So every week for the past few weeks or past couple months, we have been highlighting a specific country, and then that country, people in that country get double their earnings for the week. And so this week it is the USA, because the boys are in New York City for Salana Accelerate, which we just talked about, and some great things happening there. So to celebrate, we're like, well, it can't not be America. So it's America this week. So if you are in the States, as I am, as Jesse is, as Christopher is, and a bunch of folks here in the chat, you guys get, or we all get, double our earnings. So you have until the 26th. Just open the app. You'll see a little thing that says, the country week. Just tap. I mean, you don't even have to do that. You just have to be in America, and you can double your earnings.
And we pick a new country every week. So I'm sure Sir Roz is going to do another poll, or I'll post that very, very, very soon on what's going to be the next country week.
Yeah, I really want to know. If we know who the winner is going to be, or we have a good idea of what we're going to do for the next country, if I have enough lead time, I'm going to try to get some accessories to wear every week for these things, or at least to do a background.
You're going to get a big closet full of accessories. We're going to do one of these every week.
I know. I already have a closet full of accessories, Christopher. I am a lady. I like accessories. Okay.
I have like a little tiny bag full of accessories. It's just the bag. That's my accessory. And my bag of suitcase. That's it. That's my accessory.
Okay.
South Africa. We've done one country. We did Nigeria earlier, but we'll do more for sure.
Yeah, we'll probably do a poll. So we'll probably do a poll. We haven't done. Let's see. We've done North America once. The U.S. We've done South America And did we do Central America yet? I can't remember. I think we did South America, but we did a lot in Asia. And yeah, we have to like jump around these continents a little bit more.
For sure, definitely.
We need to do more and do another Africa nation. That's probably coming up pretty soon. Okay, so let's move on to well, we talked about this last week because you had this call right before our live stream, and we just kind of talked about it quickly. But this was, you guys were talking. You were with on the Mario Nawfal stream. You did the second one in a week. And you guys, this time, what were you guys talking about? Remind me, was it RWAs?
It was. Well, the kind of the concept of the show is a crypto roundtable. So it's nice to be invited because they get about 100,000 views, and they tend to talk about things around crypto regulation and a lot of it's DePIN, or tokenizing real world assets, or RWAs. That's what that stands for, real world assets, tokenizing that. So essentially bridging the gap between things you own in real life, whether it's like your physical phone or a building or a park, and then tokenizing it so that you can make that asset in real life more liquid online, so people can trade it, buy it from around the world, whereas in the past, govern it, manage it, stuff like that. So that's a whole interesting topic that can go on forever. So it's a lot of fun to just be part of that conversation, be part of that show. It's great exposure for us, the UpRock community, because I get some branding on there, but it's also great to be part of that conversation. So yeah, just if you'd like to learn more about DePIN, RWAs, everything ends up talking about AI a little bit as well. And there's some really big entrepreneurs and founders, and it's a very mixed crowd. Like you can see here, it's like they invite a lot of people at the show. And usually it's twice a week. So I've been a guest on it 3 times now. I'm not sure how long it will go, but I'll continue to say yes if they want me on.
We got to start spelling his name right.
Yeah, we got to start spelling his name right. Yeah, Mario. We appreciate you, Mario.
Mario, great interviewer, great show. Or he puts on. Yeah. They produce great shows.
Also, by the way, it tends to be non-Solana talks or projects. Like Sui or Ethereum and other chains, which is great because we always tend to talk to Solana community or Web 2. Like half of our community base is Web 2, or what that means is you're not familiar with crypto, which is totally great because we want people to onboard a Web 3 and all the cool stuff about it. But it's also good to talk to people outside of our Solana bubble and get them to learn about what's happening on our Solana side. So happy to just be in other spaces, not just Solana space sometimes.
Yeah, it's a good crowd on there.
Yeah.
Chris, we gotta get you on one of these.
Yeah, you rock it.
Yeah,
you're really good at that stuff, especially if it gets super technical. Like you're a great orator as well. And so we should get you on more of these. Also, I want to get Sir Roz on these because guys, you don't know this. He is the voice. Oh, I said I want to also get Sir Roz on more of these too, because chat, or the folks in the live stream, you don't know this, but he is like the voice. I think he's now Sir the Voice Roz, because it's just very like great. You want to hear him. So I think we should get Roz on some more of these live streams or whatever. But also, Chris, it would be great to have you on some of those too.
Well, but I was asking you. I think you insulted me. You called me an orator.
Orator.
An orator. I ain't no goddamn orator. I'm just a programmer, just a man. Not no orator.
Your code is long, like your code, Chris.
I don't even know what that word means, but I feel like it has a pedestal involved.
Chris, he likes to debate a lot.
I prefer
to call him a master debater or masturbator. I think that's what he really is. But
that's what I tell people that all the time, just because I'm a master debater. I told somebody that on the subway yesterday, and they left.
Yeah.
Are you sure you think I need to drink at this show?
It's just coffee. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I feel like we're running super behind on this week's stream. Let's pick it up.
Yeah. Okay. I think you're getting a little Irish in that coffee, aren't you? Okay. Okay. This was a tweet. Just a little shout out to DePIN, but Masari shared a tweet today, or I'm sorry. I can't remember actually the date. But yeah, about it, DePIN is the mind share for the last 24 hours. I mean, it's certainly been the case for the last, I would say the last at least 6 months. But
Yes.
DePIN's the hot topic, and it's the shipping topic too. It's the shipping industry, and AI is up there too. But anyway, so at the show, Accelerate. Obviously, you must be hearing a lot about DePIN while you're there.
We have definitely heard a lot about DePIN over the last couple of days.
There was a DePIN science fair yesterday.
Oh yeah, if we didn't, we should post some pictures on the socials from that. It was fun.
We met a lot of our DePIN partners.
Yep.
A couple of companies we're going to do things with or dollar generation revenue, which is awesome. The Seeker, which is the second generation of the Solana mobile phone, a big part of their growth strategy is DePIN, because the first phone was such a huge success because of DePIN projects and airdrops, and a lot of people actually made more money just owning the phone than it paid for itself essentially. So I'm sure they're gonna just pour fuel on that fire that just make the Seeker phone. That's what's called the second generation. Do really well. We are the old App Store. It was very incompatible with Firebase and a couple of things that we use on our Android app, but those things are actually getting fixed. So very quickly, very soon, we're actually going to republish the UpRock app in the App Store, and actually it even makes more sense now, because before it was a few thousand people, but I think they sold out maybe 100 to 200,000 units this one. So it's a formidable Web3 hardcore crypto crowd that's getting these phones, and it's a very small number of apps in that store. So I think the actual the community install base is going to be good. The technical issues are getting better, and so we're excited to that. And a big part of that is that they're going to make DePIN projects featured and promote them. And we have a really good relationship with the Solana mobile team, and that's UpRock will be there.
Yeah, what they're building with the, so for those who don't know, I think Jesse mentioned this, but the version 2 of the Solana phone is called the Seeker. The first one was called the Saga, and now this one's called the Seeker. I think some people online had been using the term Saga 2, so it's called the Seeker. I'm really impressed with what they've built, and it seems like they've listened. I mean, obviously, only time will tell when the device actually launches, but it seems like they've listened to a lot of the concerns and some of the challenges, the hardware challenges and other things from version 1. So it sounds a lot better.
Yeah.
Are those UpRock AI powered sunglasses? No, they're just looking cool on the show floor sunglasses.
You guys do look
awesome,
super cool.
innovative. Awesome and innovative. That's what AI stands for right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome,
so that's
innovative.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, great. All right, guys.
So
let's move on. We've got the DePIN Poster Contest. So we talked about this last week. What this was is basically we were wondering. Roz tried ChatGPT, just a curiosity. How does ChatGPT like to visualize what DePIN looks like? And he got some. Him and the team got some inspiration to ask you guys to create your own DePIN poster using any tool you like. You can use AI, you can use your hands, any medium, or not any medium, it had to be digital, but share your vision. So to do that, it was, you had until the 22nd, so May 19th to 22nd, reply under the-
Until today, right.
Yeah, until today. It was 5:30 UTC, so that ended right as this started. Use the hashtag DePIN Vision because it will be difficult for us to find you if you don't. And then we will, pick a winner or, go through them today. So we will, I figured maybe we just go through them. I'll just open my browser tab.
Yeah, just go to x.com, UpRock.com, Jen. You'll see it's a pretty recent post. So just go through the comments and they'll just go pretty quickly, just go through them.
Yeah. Okay. And, well, you guys can log in. I just realized I have it open in a different browser, so I have to log in on this browser.
Okay.
Keep talking. Keep talking, please. I'm just. Oh, never mind. I'm good. I got it. All right. Let's do this.
We believe in you. We believe in you.
I know it was really, really rocky there for a second, but I figured out how to open a browser tab. Very proud of myself.
Well, here's some dead space.
All right, here we go. All right, here's my poster, but it doesn't really say anything about DePIN Vision. All right, let's go through some of these. Oh, first off, we had some tips from Jesse. So avoid usual Web3 visuals of circles or mesh networks. Think bigger. UpRock DePIN. UpRock's DePIN is a two-sided platform where every new participant, whether a data contributor or a consumer, amplifies the network effect. The more bandwidth, the more data tasks for businesses, the higher the payouts, more earnings for contributors. All right, great. So those were your tips. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I'm not paying for X, so you're going to see some ads here. Okay, here we go. CyberTank. It's good. Go. This is from Favor One Parker, or Parker Edits. I like the T1000.
That was a little bit weird, but thanks for the submission.
It looks a little ominous. I don't know, but I like that.
I'm not sure if it's friendly.
It does kind of match the title of the show, Ship or Die.
Yeah, like literally. Product work or robot.
Yeah. DePIN or die. That literally means DePIN or die. Okay, in that way, it works. It works.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe it's an automated AI automaton with Harvard network, a DePIN network. Who knows? Okay. We've got here a little infographic from.
I like infographics, by the way. I'm happy that some people submitted infographics. I mean, obviously poster images are great as well. Maybe we even ought to expand this a little and have an infographic category, because I do like infographics, and infographics are great.
Yeah.
They are. They're super helpful. Yeah, maybe Sir Ross, I know you're listening, and Rocketeer's team, maybe we do an infographic thing. That would be good. Oh, this is pretty.
Yeah, not bad. I'd say it's a little, doesn't quite, I mean, it's cool.
It's a little abstract. It's a cool abstract.
It's cool abstract, but obviously it doesn't really explain what DePIN is, but okay.
That's not bad. Not bad. Okay. Here we go from Femibril or Ferrari Light.
Okay.
Cool. That's a bit like an infographic graphic. UpRock DePIN network contributors and businesses. Noise. Thank you. One fair. All right. Crazy for Crypto 01. Who isn't? We all love that cryptos. This is good. It's fun. And then I think there was a second one. Oh, no, it's just it was a text. We'll go over that later. This actually does kind of, it looks like a poster, like a poster.
It does look like a poster.
I think, it's interesting seeing how people.
Offices? What?
What's that?
I said it looks like something I can see in the servant's office.
Oh, yeah.
Jesse, you were saying something?
Oh, I was saying it. When you go through these, it's just kind of interesting. What people think of, how people think it's a good, what's a good image to represent DePIN, or this kind of two-sided network. And it's actually, like I said, it's actually hard to do, because like I was mentioning in the tips, most people, what they end up doing is just like a circle of devices. It's like the most common. And it's hard. It's really hard to visualize it and have a good poster for it, where you just get it that you can explain to someone who's not technical, which is what a good image does with some words.
Well, the other thing that's really interesting is this shows how many different mental models people still have as this. I mean, if you tell somebody to draw you a picture of the sun, you're going to get some variation, but you're also going to get a lot of similarity. Whereas here, there's actually a super wide wealth of contributions, because people are thinking about different aspects of this as being the primary part, or what they're really focusing on. So it's interesting to see this wide range of ideas.
That building should be the color green for a green candle, so we'll keep that for later.
I know it says UpRock DePIN, and the logo's off, but I understand how difficult it can be. Get that AI to just take your input. So appreciate the effort. Oh, here's some these. I like these.
It's Rocket.
Yeah, a little rocket there. Yeah, I'm surprised we don't see more rocket, guys. But actually, it's DePIN. Rocket's not DePIN. Rocket's rocket. Oh, that's nice. I also could see this as a.
So poster. This one's a really interesting concept. I feel like holding the piece of paper doesn't quite get it, but if that was a phone or a token or something like that, I don't know. I actually think this is a really interesting concept. It's sort of very much of the idea of both up and to the right, but also inclusiveness and bringing together. And it's a very interesting concept.
Yeah, I like it. There's definitely I could see it there. Yeah, I like this. Very, very abstract. I like that. It's fun. Very, very cyber synth wave. I like that too. Who doesn't love a little synth wave? We got a lot to go through here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get through all of them.
Yeah, I would say scroll a little quicker because we do have to get back to the show.
Oh, right.
If
you guys want to just hang out with us? Rude.
Yeah, so I think well, we are, everyone who did submit, you guys just saw that post from UpRock, the official account here. Everyone
we're gonna go through these. We're gonna go through these again when we're not out on the show floor and wearing sunglasses and spend a little more time looking at them.
But so far, I think anyone who did this will reward folks. We do want to, and I think next step is probably encourage more video around and stuff. That might be easier to convey these DePIN, but yeah. But that's anyway. Thanks to everyone who contributed to that. That's fun to just go through. Cool. Let's try to, if anyone has done that, try to push your AI skills to the next level. There's a lot of tools. It's moving really fast. Some of the AI video stuff is like just freaking crazy. What we want to do is foster a really great AI content community that we want to incentivize that. So we want you guys to learn some great UPT. We're creating really awesome content that pushes the limits with AI tools. Okay.
Yeah. And also, guys, it's not like, also if you're an artist and you're like a traditional creative, like with traditional media using pens, pencils, iPad. Also, we love that art too. Just let us know if you made it by hand or if you made it by AI.
Yep.
But I really like doing these things too, where we're saying like try using AI, because guess what? AI is here, and we all got to learn how to use it and how to make it work for us. So I think that in that sense, having these contests where it's like try making an AI generated poster, and at the same time you're also learning how to use it more. Get more comfortable with it.
Yep.
I certainly am.
Yep. Right. Cool. Okay.
All right. But we won't
All right. So I think we have some product updates too. I'm excited about our product updates this week.
Yeah.
We do have some great product updates, guys. Oh, let me turn that off. Stop my screen share. Here we go. We do have some great product updates. The first one, very, very excited. iOS update.
What's on iOS? Games are on iOS, sir. Oh, finally. You guys don't know how excited I am about this.
Yeah. Finally. So after a few months, our strategy worked. Add a couple other options.
Redesign games a little bit. Focus on the wallet. Really.
All the other surveys, and then let's try games. And we were kind of like, cross our fingers, and it got approved. So our strategy worked, guys.
Yep.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
So games are on iOS. So if you're an iPhone user, check out games. The UI is super slick, super sleek, and
the offers are pretty
they're solid.
They're very popular apps. They're very popular games and some apps too. So if these are games and apps a lot of them you're already maybe downloaded. You're thinking about it. So you might as well get an extra reward for it, and a pretty decent reward. So just go through the list, see, and it's all real. There's no catch. Play games like you regularly play games when you're sitting on the bus or in the car or whatever. And now you actually earn more rewards. And these rewards are liquid, right? When you earn points in the game, you can't actually take them out and do anything with them. When you earn them in a crypto reward like UPT, you can actually do something with it. It's not locked in that game. So It's just way more powerful. Again, you're same games, same stuff, same apps you're downloading. You might as well get the most bang for your buck, most bang for your time. Yeah.
So and thanks to the whole team, a bunch of people worked on getting this out. Yeah. Obviously, we've done a bunch of iOS updates recently. So if you're an iPhone user, check it out. This is the big news.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy we got this out today.
I'm super
people have been asking for this.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's been a minute.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jen.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Jen. Oh, I was going to say the fact that this also was approved, this kind of like, this gave us, we need to make sure this was approved, because now we know we can do other things that people have been asking for, about more active tasks, how to increase your boost earning rates, all those things. We wanted to make it fun, more gamified, and like really try new things. But we were really worried we would never be able to do on iOS and only on Android. So now that this was approved, it really is going to like accelerate a lot of other cool stuff.
It shows us, what I think. Well, and there's always a certain amount of back and forth in this, but it also shows us, making sure that it's really clearly part of the broader ecosystem and exactly how it's interacted with itself. So we're thrilled. We hope you guys are too. For all our iOS users, thank you for your patience while we rebuilt this and rebuilt it again and rebuilt it again. But it's out, and I hope this goes to show that just because we hit a couple of ruts in the road or something doesn't quite work the first time, we're going to keep working on it until we do get it working, until we do get it approved.
And also, well, I forget. We should always bring this up too. Here's the thing. Again, like all the things you're already doing on your phone, might as well get more rewards for it. This is what the power of the community does. We can actually negotiate on the community behalf and get better rewards that you can actually do something with. But the other part of it is, when someone rewards, a game developer rewards you or app developer, the rewards we get, because the UpRock community, the UpRock company also gets the rewards. What do we do with that revenue? We actually use it directly to buy back UPT and also to add to our liquidity pools. So it's a double whammy. You guys get a reward, and also directly the community gets a reward because it directly impacts UPT, the token itself. This is very important to remember. So this is why it's awesome. So like I said, these are actions you're already doing. We might as well maximize the potential rewards we're getting collectively as a community when we're on our mobile devices.
Yeah, exactly. So if you guys want to get a refresher on the tokenomics, or if you don't know what our tokenomics are, head over to uprock.com/tokenomics, and it goes into more detail there on how it works. But yeah, and if you're on the fence about like there's an app that you want, or a game you were gonna download and play, and you see it on that list and you're on the fence, I would definitely implore you to download it from the UpRock app, because sometimes these games will have a caveat that says this deal is only for new players. So I had a mistake where I ended up loving this game. I love this game so much, and it was on that list, and I couldn't qualify for anything because I had already downloaded it. So if you were on the fence about something, you see it on the list, I would opt for UpRock, downloading from UpRock first. That way you get your reward. You get something back, not just not just playing the game and potentially buying stuff in the game with no actual cash back to you. You get a better deal here.
Yep, exactly.
Anyway, we're super excited. So huge thanks to everybody for being so patient with that. Also, what? I'm just gonna say thank you to the review team at Apple for
the review team for working with us and seeing our vision here, and
appreciate it. And huge thanks to all the team for internally, all the engineers, also the Rocketeers and the mods helping us with. I'm sure you were getting this question a lot. When game. So thank you so much for all your help, everybody. And I'm gonna play some games later. We'll see what we got.
Hey.
All right, let's have an update, guys. Prism. I know
Guess what else is live? Guess what else is live? Prism signups are live.
That's right.
You can go sign up for Prism right now.
Yeah. So actually, we beefed up our security last week, so we turned the sign-offs off, but we turned them on Monday. So go check it out. Everyone that's on the stream, if you have a website, go in.
If you know a person who has a website, if you've ever visited a website, if you're on the stream,
if you have an API, if you're a developer and you have an API, go in. It's free. The pro features will come later, but go in.
Right now we have a super generous free trial. So we know what the pro features are, but for right now, we want people to sign up and try it. We want that feedback, and so we're making out there. Eureka, you don't know how much I wanted Prism signups out there. We built such a great system. You built it, and you built it, and you built it, and everybody else built it. And it was so frustrating that we had just these last couple. There's this old saw that when something's 90% done, there's still 90% left to do. And that's so much how it is with launching a SaaS product or anything else. Shipping a new feature is not that hard. It can be hard, but when you're ready to ship it, all of the little pieces are there. But when you're shipping a brand new product, you do all the hard work. You have all the good algorithms, you have all the distributed systems and all that. Then you have little things like, damn it, the one login system can't talk to the other one because we have a firewall problem,
or the email doesn't go through.
Or the email doesn't go through for signups because the email template is wrong. And Jesse also, like we were talking about this yesterday, we really have tried to maintain a high standard for UI and stuff like that. We don't want our shit to look bad or work poorly. And so, in those last weeks, you feel like you're so close, but then every time you test it, there's a million little things. And look, let's be honest, hand on my heart, there are still some little things there. I know there are a couple of notifications that don't show up in the right place. A couple of the UIs look odd, especially sometimes on mobile screens. Some of the colors, we were talking about this. I want to change a few of the colors on that.
Oh yeah, I do too.
But anyway, but it works. It fundamentally works. You can sign up, you can use it, and give us your feedback. Sign it up for your own website, even if it's your personal blog or whatever it is. Sign up for it. See how it works, and tell us what you think.
Yeah. So, and I think since we're maybe next week we can actually go through it and actually go through the features and explain it a little bit for folks. But what you can do is you can set up a distributed uptime, a DePIN powered uptime monitoring for your website or for your API. You can do one that's server based. That's a traditional Web 2-way. So the first version is powered by us, by the community. Second, server. So if people still want both options, we provide both. And then there's a speed test as well. So if you want to track the speed of your website, just enter your website URL or any website really, and you can create a speed test monitor for that as well. There's an infrastructure one. It's a little more nerdy. If you have like a server you want to, or any kind of infra back end, we have monitors for that we already support. And then you can also add teams and teammates. Those are all features that work great. And then you'll also get a sneak preview of where the crawler product and the swarm product is going to be as well. It's going to be all in one web intelligence tools in one platform powered by the UpRock community. So yeah, check it out. This is the exciting thing about building in public. We're essentially doing a stand. I don't know if you guys, for folks who work for a tech company, every week you have to do a stand-in, like literally go around. Stand up. You go around and tell you what you did for the last week, what you accomplished, and we do it with you guys every week. And so it really has.
This is check-ins in public. So just real quick for people who don't know, I'm gonna share my screen here for a moment. So
let's see if that works.
Okay.
Yeah, go and try that. And yeah, so we've been building software for a long time. There's a balance of you can spend too much time making things perfect, or you can actually make things like minimal lovable product. People say minimal viable product. I like this term minimal lovable product. You kind of want to build a product that's like minimal. People really like what you built and really want to try it. Mm-hmm. And it's not perfect, but the core function really works well. I think we got there with this. So there's a lot of little tweaks, but every week we're going to share with you guys updates, and this is good. First. What's that?
Minimal lovable product. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
that's nice because you want to be something viable that you could still send out a little turd. It just technically it works, but yeah, something that people would actually like. We're super excited about this, and huge shout out to huge thanks the whole team, you guys. Yeah. Testing and all out there, and yeah, it's really exciting to have this out.
And the next step really is
here.
Excuse me.
Oh, Christopher, you're showing us a demo here?
No, my screen sharing's not working right now. I realize I have this laptop out here. So anyway,
we'll try in a second. If not, it's okay. I think the other thing is, all the network code and the clients code that we built, all that infrastructure we've been building that's powering this distributed uptime, which is unmatched uptime, never been done before like this. That is all that same infrastructure will allow us to also launch Crawler very soon. Oh, it does work?
Yeah, got it up on your laptop.
And Crawler is really interesting too, because as you're already running these speed tests, you could also.
Yeah, we're already running speed tests. Yeah, it's that one. So for those who haven't seen it, Jen, if you want to put it on stage, I think Jesse's sharing that screen right now. And so this is Uptime Prism. So this is
actually I can't. Wait, put this on stage?
I'll do it, Jen.
There we go. Got it.
Okay. All right. So this is UpRock Prism. So this is what you and the community are helping to power. So you're seeing right here in the last couple of hours, we've had, what does that number say? I need glasses with actual glasses. Almost over 53,000 devices have checked the UpRock Edge service. And by the way, this is different from our own internal monitoring. This is us using the real uptime one. So this is exactly what everybody else sees. So down at the bottom here, you can see the different data centers. And then if you scroll back up, we'll have you can see the global map of the different speeds and the different pings. Right now, this map is actually telling you something about how fast it is. but the colors are maybe a little hard to interpret. So we've been talking about some different ways to do that. If you want to, here, where's Chile? Chile's over here. Look, you can see little dots right there. That means it's a, right now for this site, Chile's a little slower. You can see, excuse me, you can see the last 5 devices that have checked in, how fast they were. You can see that it's actually spending UPT on the UPT network to make this all work. And as we sit here in just a moment, we should get another real-time update. And one of my favorite features of this, something we've been working on a little bit, that I think is really important for making a product like this great, is having a little AI to tell you what's going on. So if everything's great, that's great. You just get a green thumbs up, and that's awesome. If you have some problems, if things are really bad, that's also easy. It's all red and like nothing works, and then that's easy. Where things get complicated is where you have a partial problem. Because especially now, if you're looking at 53,000 different devices testing this endpoint, where is the problem? What does it mean? Is it like, you know, is it regional? Is it related to a particular carrier, a particular kind of device? And so in order to make this simpler, we've been working. Now, this is something we're still working on. It's not as good as it's going to be. But just sort of feeding this data to a simple AI model and asking the AI model to summarize and say, hey, what's going on? So, you know, look, if you're like me, you're an engineer, at some point, you probably will download the raw logs and actually look at, you know, individual devices on individual networks and stuff. But to get a really big sort of synoptic picture of what's going on, to understand like, hey, okay, everything looks good except Android 16 devices are having problems, or everything looks good except, you know, this one mobile carrier is having a problem. That makes it a lot easier to get towards the root of the problem and to know what's going on. There we go. Finally updated. Wi-Fi is a little slow here, but
yep, there you go.
We got our update. So there we go. The next five more check-ins coming in. So Ridvan, thank you for asking the question.
Okay, and I know Ridvan knows
asking this question.
Ridvan asked the question. I know he knows the answer. He's but I appreciate that he asked it because sometimes
this is what we call a rhetorical question. Why, Ridvan? It's funny you should ask that question. Thank you for asking that question.
What is UPT burn?
When we actually perform these operations, we set aside a certain amount of the fee that goes into the system, and we then burn that. So that fee is in our UPT tokens, and we then burn that fee. And what that means is we permanently take that UPT out of circulation. It can never go back into circulation. It's the term in the crypto space is burning. It's somewhat analogous to literally taking $1 and lighting it on fire, or taking any other paper currency and lighting it on fire. And the idea behind that is that over time, the total supply of UPT should contract. And you know, nobody can tell the future, but the expectation, the hope, is that in the long run, that will cause the value of UPT to go up because there's less UPT
supply.
Less supply. And so this is, again, fundamentally part of our tokenomics. And the idea is the more it gets used, the more this cycle goes. Now, of course, over time, the burn rate will have to go down. But for the foreseeable, for at least the near future, it's probably not going to change very much. So this is, we wanted to put this on the status page. And by the way, if you own a website and you just want the status page and you're not interested in the Web3 parts of this, good news. You can turn those off and just show the performance stuff. But for our status pages and for other Web3 status pages, we really think it's important to show this off for the community.
Yeah. I'm going to just go to the site real quick, real fast. You guys can kind of see it. So when you log in, you're going to see it's like all in one, 3-in-1 platform for web, superior, unmatched web intelligence tools, where you can crawl the internet like it's your personal database. You can also crawl the internet to get really smart insights about your own digital infrastructure, aka websites and APIs. And then third, you can also provide this UpRock Network and test your websites and APIs and make sure they're resilient and strong, and they can handle not just attacks, but also just overwhelming traffic. All that can be powered by the same UpRock network. All those 3 core products provide revenue. We use that revenue to buy back and burn UPT. So the first step is go in here. You can launch this app, right? It's like pretty straightforward. If there's anything confusing for you guys, we'd love to hear it. But you know, you can do devices, which is UpRock Network, servers, and it's pretty straightforward. So if you say,
and you can combine those together for a synoptic view of whatever you're trying to.
Yeah,
you're trying to monitor.
So if you want to monitor, you know, UpRock.com, I just literally enter UpRock.com, HTTPS. You know, most people do that. Notify me by my email. Check every 1 minute if UpRock.com is up or down. And I create my monitor, and that's it. that's how easy it is to create a monitor. And now we can provide really amazing insights, because now the UpRock Network is going to check my website every minute across the world that fast. Now, if you want to create a status page, same thing here. Really simple, create a status page. So I already create a couple, one for Solana, one for UpRock, right? So if I want to create a status page, same thing. Do I want to share my status page to the world? Sure, public. What's my company name? Okay, UpRock. Status page address. So if you want a custom URL, you can do that. I'm just going to leave it there. Custom color, custom logo. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Press save. Then you pick the monitor I just created. Say, let's just say UpRock. I want a server-based monitor. The one I just created. Say UpRock again. Hit save. Boom. Now you have a public status page that is powered by the community, that provides tons of logs for companies who want to monitor their digital infrastructure. It's that powerful, that easy. So right now it's like pretty generous free tools. When people start to use this often, they're going to create more monitors. They're going to want to invite their teams. Those are going to be pro features. And once they see how powerful this is, because it's really easy to use, the next step is, hey, you want to crawl the internet? Do you have an AI agent, an LLM model? Do you have a cursor or your code editor? Do you want your agent to crawl the internet like a database? Well, here's how easy we're going to make that for you. Yeah.
Yeah. And, Rika brings up a really interesting point on this, because she was actually, we were having this internal discussion. We had some monitors up, and she said it keeps saying, that the conversation started like, oh, are our alerting thresholds too precise, too complaining, because I keep getting alerts and stuff like that. And this actually led to this. This actually sort of led to like a whole discussion about like, and part of where the discussion went was, well, is it really working as well as we think it is? Like, is the problem that that it's alerting too much, or is the problem that because we have this DePIN precision, because we are actually looking at it from because we're actually looking at it from all over the world, we're actually discovering a problem that we sort of didn't know was there. Right. And so, and it turned out to be a combination of both. So we made some changes to the servers. We also made a few changes to the alerting thresholds to make it a little less fiddly. But it is definitely the case that it will really tell you how your performance is in a way that almost nothing else out there can. And not just nothing in Web3, really almost nothing in Web2 either.
And by the way, guys, for folks who buy our token and been supporting us from a long time, from day one, one thing I just want to also talk about, like, what's a really cool growth strategy. I think Crawler and the data will be a very lucrative business for us. I think beyond even uptime. I don't know, because it's hard to say that, because downtime business is it's a big business. Everyone's digital now. Every single online company needs a monitoring system, right? So that we think we can make formidable money on that. But yeah, for the Crawler, I think being able to like go in there and have both at the same place. And what's cool about the status pages, they're live links, and a lot of people were going to want to put them on their own custom domain. So what that does is like this is really how you generate free organic traffic. Yep. You're going to have we have over 600 signups already. If you guys also, everyone in this chat, create a link, publish on your site or share it on Twitter. All those are links that generate traffic for the keywords of uptime, for the keywords of DePIN, for UpRock. That will generate a lot of free links that just make us rank first on the pages of Google. So when someone looks up for better uptime or better crawler, all these keywords that are very, very competitive, it's hard to beat those keyword searches. We will show up very quickly, because we'll have hundreds of people creating these status pages that are free to do for your website.
Yeah, you know how we beat the marketing bots that are doing that? Yeah. We beat it with community.
Right.
That's how you beat it. Yep. So that's So we encourage you, sign up, test it out for sites, reach out to us if you have any questions. We really believe in this product. We've obviously put a ton of time and effort into building it. So if something doesn't work the way you want, you tell us.
Yep.
And we're going to really,
Oh, all right. And as a reminder, guys, you could do this with any web page, any site. So just put it on there, test it. Just
please make sure you have the permission for whoever site you're testing first, of course.
Yes.
I mean that sincerely as a
but also,
web operator.
There's on the homepage of the console. Once you log in, there's multiple feedback forms. One basic one for the product, and then there's two for the future stuff. So if you're interested in the crawler, that's almost ready to go live too. We're going to give out free API keys for people who sign up. So we just want to do some basic vetting for the first ones. but then it'll be self-service.
I didn't even tell you that. We shipped that last night, so we can actually set up API keys now.
Okay, yeah.
You asked me yesterday, can we hand out API keys to people? I said, almost. We need to ship the tool for that. And I did that last night. So,
hell yeah.
Happy Thursday. We have API keys
let's
now.
fucking go.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, ship or die. You're definitely not dying tonight.
Yes. Even your fans-only page and your Pornhub pages can be monitored for speed and performance.
Okay, too, because he wants to see if it's up or down.
Hey, it's always up, baby.
It's always up.
We all
from Reka, though.
Up and to the right.
yeah.
I like this comment from Reka. What did she say? Prism is pretty cool. Oh, we're on the. Oh, I'm looking at the comments. I highlighted this comment. Reka, she's like, Prism is cool, but it works too well for my overall comfy attitude towards maintenance. It keeps urging me to fix shit. Yeah, Reka is not a lazy developer by any means. Reka is an incredible developer. But if someone were a lazy developer, you would not like Prism because it's going to be all red for you. And it's great. Yeah, and I love this comment too. She's like, we're like, oh, it looks so good. Yeah, sure, it looks good when it's green. Everything looks good when it's green. I love the charts when they're green too. Anyway, guys, huge news. Yeah, I'm so happy. This is out. You can sign up. So go to it's at prism.uprock.com. Sign up. Go check it out. Give us your feedback.
And for folks, just kind of give you how we think about for go-to-market strategy over the next couple of weeks. So first, we're building in public. We'd like our community to try out the site. We see all the bugs. We're fixing things every day. We have not actually blasted the email out to our early signups yet. So everyone who watches the stream, you guys are seeing this first. We'd love to get your feedback. You guys provide the best feedback because you guys are really in tune and you're always tuned into the show. It's perfect. So I did a couple of things with emails that we really want to just make sure it's good. Then the next step, we'll blast it out to the 600 plus people who are really excited to do this. We'll get more links created. We'll probably get more feedback on as well. And then the second step, right soon after that, is we have about 15 Web3 large crypto partners, and also the Solana Foundation and other folks that we know in this industry that were already here to also promote the product. And because they're always looking for really cool technology to promote, especially DePIN. But we don't want to waste those posts until we have, let's just get some feedback from our own early partners first to make sure some of the UI kinks are really good. Because first impressions, are lasting, especially with the big companies. So that's that. And then it doesn't stop there. Then we're going to continue. We'll have our team we're going to continually do Zoom calls, do just good old classic business development, talk to companies, do sales calls, constantly pitch it. Do lead generation. We're going to use AI tools to move faster across all that stuff, all those initiatives. But this is what's going to happen over the next few weeks, guys. So your initial feedback, it really helps us ramp up quickly.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Well, super exciting. And I find myself whenever I'm on a site and a couple months ago or something, Slack, remember it was down. And every time something is just slightly down, even if it's just 15 seconds, 10 seconds. I'm always thinking lately, YouTube needs Prism, Slack needs Prism, Twitter needs Prism, everything needs Prism. So if you're on there, just tag them and say, you need Prism, hashtag DePIN Vision. Or maybe DePIN Vision with UpRock Prism. That's a little too rhymey, but it's a start.
Well, here you go. I'm gonna just
Sasha, Jesse's putting a link in for you. So this is linked from a couple places in the portal, but if you happen to be on a page and you can't find it, you can just go straight there to give us the feedback on this.
In the comments below or side, somewhere around there.
So I don't know how it looks on your screen.
Here,
on the comments up there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Go.
Well, fellas, I think we should wrap it up. This is the closest we've been to 1 hour. We're 1 hour and 38 seconds.
Tracy, we have this call every week. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we don't get to be in New York wearing sunglasses for this call every week. Usually, I'm locked in a basement working on code. Yeah. But we do have our community call every week.
This is rare. We never let them out.
This is the first time they've let me out in
It's most time I'm like, Deb, do something.
Actually, wait. Why am I sitting here? I should run. This is my chance.
Yeah.
But wait, before we sign off, community, everybody, we're on with the community right now. Jesse, let's take a picture. We'll post this on the socials later. community live stream with the community out on the floor right now. And I take the worst selfies.
No, that was actually pretty good.
All right, we'll post that. We'll post that.
I'll take one with you guys on here too. Let's see.
You can see our whole backpack streaming setup.
Oh, I
put together.
I'm an old lady.
And we're super excited.
I like that eagle.
Yeah,
it's great.
I'd be scared sitting in front of that eagle.
Oh. I know, but when you see them, like one way they're facing, they look very mean, and then the other way they're facing, they look like really worried. They're so cute. Eagles are hilarious. I love them. Okay, but yes, Prism, we are crashing. We are here every week, 5:30. Well, every Thursday at 5:30 PM UTC, which is actually because we are on, because of who we are as people, it usually ends up being like 5:35 or 5:40.
5:35 sometimes,
We're aiming for 5:30, but you come here 5:30. We'll at least be you can at least find comfort knowing that if we're not on live at 5:30, the three of us are scrambling at our computers, saying fuck, gotta go live, and so we'll be there in just a minute. So check it every Thursday, 5:30 p.m.
Every Thursday, same UpRock channel, same UpRock time.
All right, well,
same UpRock people.
I think it's about that time. But let me just say, community, everybody, we are up and rocking.
Let's go.
We shipped Prism. It's out. You can sign up. And we got games out on iOS, which was a goddamn bonus that wasn't supposed to happen. I am so excited right now, and I haven't even had anything to drink. I think they just keep giving me free coffee. I'm not allowed to have coffee, but they keep giving me free coffee.
That's nice.
I love coffee, guys. He doesn't drink coffee. This is like
I don't drink coffee. This is the first time I've had coffee in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm completely
high on life, guys.
No, high on coffee. And we're up and rocking.
And we're accelerating. So
roll the music.
All right. Well, thanks again.
Well, yeah, thank you guys so much for.
Oh God.
Really, yeah. Oh, sorry.
As always, everyone, thank you for spending your Thursday with us. We really appreciate it. It's been wonderful. It's been just about a year since we started doing this. It's a little over a year. But we appreciate so much everything you guys have done, helping us build this network. We hope that showing you Prism, and it's live now, anybody in our community or anybody else, but anybody in our community, go set up a Prism page, see how it works, see what you're contributing to. It's not just theoretical. You can actually see this wonderful product that we've all built together.
Yep. There you have it. There you go.
Thank you so much for coming. Jesse, Chris, you guys have a great time in New York. Also, like I said, rub some elbows and then bend some elbows and get some drinks, and you deserve it. Everybody deserves it. Get yourself a celebratory Sazerac or something, or martini.
And thanks, everybody. Cheers.
All right, everybody. Thanks.
Go back to work.
Happy Thursday.
See ya. I'll be back.
Bye.